do now before we're too far gone?
Good evening, everybody. How y'all doing? I need a little mic check over there. It is 57 degrees, cloudy, and we have a little things that happened that went through the court system from our life. Something that happened in the case that most didn't cover. I mean, everybody knows his main aspects of the case, but what I'm, again, trying to show all aspects of how it led up to be how he acts. Now, let's get started with that. Hold on, let me get rid of this. I don't think I need a warning because the most graphic thing on here is me. So, anyway, so Darrell Brooks started with an insanity plea that was in between. That's what he initially did, but that wasn't addressed with him in the preliminary court system. It was kind of done behind the scenes. So let me catch us up on that, and then we'll move forward to where we are today. So let me give a recap for people, just, there are new people in here who haven't been here before, and thank you. Make sure you drop a like, hit the like button, and subscribe. I would really be grateful for that. So let's talk about what happened to his insanity plea. So Darrell Brooks, 40 years old, on trial starting Monday, October 3rd. The November 2021 Wickeshaw Christmas parade attack that killed 6 and injured more than 60. He withdrew his insanity plea on September 9th. Now, we didn't even know that, really. According to the Wickeshaw County Court, before Judge Jennifer Darrow, and for a jury status hearing, Brooks changed his plea from not guilty by reason of mental disease or defect. Brooks had entered the insanity plea in June. Brooks told the court, "I have my reasons why," but he did not offer further explanation into those reasons at all. That day in court, Brooks scheduled for a jury status hearing to get things in line before the October trial. Then September 9th, the hearing was pushed back to September 19th after the defense attorney said Brooks had an infected tooth. Now, what I was saying on the previous one is that his lawyers don't act like, well, they were asking to delay the trial last time, our video before this one, and they really just don't appear to want to defend him. And I can understand him for using anything and everything to get away from them. And I think that's what he's doing now. He has been pretty civil in court all the way up to this point, and he still has been. He hasn't fallen off the rocker yet. So let's just see what happens. I just want to ensure this is not a delay tactic. To be very blunt with you, the court, the Waukesha County District Attorney Susan Opper, to your knowledge, his tooth absence has addressed appropriately by the jail. So the prosecutor thinks that he's just using this tooth issue as a way to delay it. And you might think so, but I don't. I don't really think so. I don't think he's trying to delay it here. I think he doesn't like his lawyers. They haven't really, given the picture that, hey, I want to represent this guy. I know you, I've been made to be his attorney, but I got more stuff on my plate to do and I really don't want to do it. And that's just how they came off to me, and I'm pretty sure that's how they came off to him. So I think there's something else going on right here. Um, to your knowledge, is the tooth abscess being addressed appropriately in the jail? Judge Doro asked. And Jeremy Perry said, I was informed it's been diagnosed as a tooth abscess. That was the defense attorney. The status hearing was to get details in order of the October trial, such as what evidence can be presented. Brooks' criminal history, types of questions attorneys ask jurors, and how and where juries can see and view the evidence, like the SUV. And he went through the parade route. So Judge Darrow agreed to push back the hearing despite an already packed schedule. This delay came after Brooks had an outburst in court August 26th. And this was not something that we were shown that I know of. And he was removed from the courtroom. Brooks is charged with 77 counts connected to the November 21 Waukesha parade attack, with 6 counts of first degree intentional homicide. One homicide conviction would put him behind bars for the rest of his life. So it's at this time that it comes up about Darrell Brooks defending himself in trial after Judge Darrell ruled he's competent to do so because he's already went to having his mental status tested. Because, well, not only that, this is also the hearing that, Jennifer DeRoe, the judge, she received evaluations from 4 psychologists conducted on Brooks and agreed their findings that he has a personality disorder and is disruptive. He is intelligent and articulate enough to defend himself. So he passed the book there, guys. So if the insanity plea wasn't dropped, Brooks would have been examined by more doctors to see whether the insanity plea could be supported. They would then be the 2 phases: one trial, one phase to determine if he's guilty or not, but not guilty due to mental defect and disease. And the second phase would have been determined if he went to prison or a mental health facility. So now, now we get to what's going on now. Hold on one second. So We dealt with the insanity plea. That's off the table now. But him wanting to get rid of his lawyers is still on the table. So here we go.
And then what shall bring to the state of Wisconsin?
Attorneys Anna Keys and Jeremy Perry appear on behalf of Darrell Brooks, who's also present. Good afternoon.
Right, good afternoon. We are here today to address the motion that was filed by attorneys Perry and Keys last week. The motion
Turn
to
your mics up if you
withdraw.
need to hear it better. It's kind of low
I
volume.
do want to make a brief record that I met with the parties, the attorneys only at 12:30 today, just to go over what I would call some scheduling, housekeeping matters related to this case and the motion before the court. I don't believe I need to put any of the substance of that on the record unless there is a request from either of the parties. I do not intend to go over any of the substantive issues that are remaining in this case, other than the motion to withdraw. That includes the various filings that the parties have made and any other open issues that we have at this time. I need to first address the issue with Mr. Brooks and the motion to withdraw. I do want to start out with you, Mr. Brooks, and ask you, is it your desire to represent yourself in this case?
It is, I would like to proceed in this matter, for prior persona, not pro se.
Say that last part again.
I would like to proceed in this matter in pro per, not pro se.
So you're gonna have to tell me what you think that means.
It is me exercising my right to defend myself, to represent myself as a sovereign citizen. So essentially, this matter today would be me appearing by special appearance.
You have an absolute right to have an attorney represent you. It is protected not only by the Wisconsin Constitution.
I really don't think Judge Darrell liked him coming out of left field with this. I don't think she even had a clue that he was going to try to defend himself. Um, she was taken back by it, you could tell. Um, and she's going to get taken back a lot more. This is not the Darrell Brooks that's been quiet sitting at the table, and yet he hasn't turned into the manic man as of yet. So let's keep up with this.
But the United States Constitution, do you understand that?
I do understand my rights under the United States Constitution, yes.
Did you hear what I said?
Repeat it.
Do you understand that you have the right to have an attorney represent you, what we call the right to counsel?
Under the Sixth Amendment, correct?
Under the Sixth Amendment, the 14th Amendment, and the Wisconsin Constitution as well. It's a well-established right that a criminal defendant has. Do you understand that?
I'm aware, yes.
Do you also understand that you have the right to represent yourself?
I'm aware of that as well.
I have before me a motion to withdraw by your attorneys with the sole basis that is listed that you want to represent yourself. Is that your understanding as well?
That isn't entirely how the issue came about. I think it's important for that to be on record.
I'm not asking you to divulge attorney-client privileged information. Do you understand that?
So essentially, what is the question?
Well, I want to make sure you understand you have these competing rights. It is recognized in our case law from the United States United States Supreme Court, the Wisconsin Supreme Court, that there are these competing rights: the right to counsel and the right to self-representation, essentially to be your own counsel. Do you understand these competing rights?
I am aware.
Do you understand, sir, that you can't have an attorney and exercise that right and also exercise the right of self-representation?
No, I don't understand that.
So you started off this hearing by saying you want to exercise this right to appear in persona today and act as a sovereign citizen. Sir, my concern here today is there's a request from your attorneys to withdraw from this case. Do you understand that's the request before me today?
I'm aware that they filed a motion to withdraw, yes.
Are we surprised at that his attorney put in a piece to withdraw from the case? Isn't that what his little ass was trying to do the last time we were in court? Where he was trying to say he had all this stuff and couldn't be ready for 4 to 6 months and pushing it back. I mean, I think they're throwing it on Darrell right now, making it look like he he didn't come up with getting rid of this lawyer. This lawyer wanted to go from the last time we saw on film. He had his own self-interest in what he wanted to do, and he didn't want to be Darrell's witness. Nobody has to say that. His actions and everything he did and said gave me that impression that he didn't want to be his lawyer. And honestly, Darrell really wanted to say to the judge why, but she caught him with that line, "It's between you and your lawyer," and shut him down. So something went down between him and the lawyer. Uh, I don't know. To me, it would be like, you don't need me. You can defend yourself or whatever, whatever. But I don't think she's getting across to him that he can have an attorney with him and him still be defend himself with the aid of a lawyer to come up with the statutes and the laws and when to object and not object, because he doesn't know the law frames, and he's going to be held to those frames. So um, that's going to be a catch-22 right there.
And are you aware? Let me back up. Have you seen that motion, sir? The written motion?
I have seen it.
Did they give you a copy, the paper copy?
I believe it was delivered to me in the jail.
Right, do you have that in front of you today?
No, I do not.
Madam Clerk, why don't you print off a copy and we'll give it to him. Just that. Well, it looks like Attorney Perry has put that in front of Mr. Brooks along with the court is providing another copy. Mr. Brooks, can you acknowledge for me that you have a written copy of the motion to withdraw now in front of you?
Yeah, this is a motion to withdraw.
Are you able to read that on your own, sir?
Yes,
Have you read it?
as of now, I have read it.
Do you understand what's in that motion?
Yes, I'm aware of what's in the motion, yes.
Is there anything about that motion you do not understand?
I'm aware, I'm aware of it.
My question is, do you understand?
I'm aware.
Do you understand what it says, sir?
It's clear to me what it says.
All right. So let me start off again by asking you, do you wish to represent yourself in this case?
Yes, I do.
Before, I'm sorry, go ahead.
I would like to represent myself pro per.
What does that mean to you, sir? Explain to me that
Again.
request.
Again, because I've already said it on record, to represent myself as a sovereign citizen.
I'm not going to make a determination, sir, whether you're a sovereign citizen or not. It's not.
Now, like most, I know that you're sitting there thinking this is a little gig he's trying to throw out there right now, but honestly, he's not the first person to claim sort of sovereign citizenship. Um, there's a lot of people in the United States that claim sovereign citizenship. And we're going to go over that and the way that he is pleading. So that's why I said this was going to be, this is part one, that let's hear what all he has to say. And then in part two, we're going to go over sovereign citizens, what it means, what they stand for, what they don't stand for, and what he's claiming here. But it is not a joke. I guess like people think this was um just something he was saying to get out of stuff, but it's a real thing in America. And it's pretty serious being a sovereign citizen. So we will cover that, but we're going to do the video here first.
Relevant to my determination, how you characterize who you are, other than you are accused of 77 counts, which I will go through momentarily, and you have the right to have an attorney represent you. That's your constitutional right. You have two very capable attorneys that have been with you from the beginning. You understand that, right?
No, I do not understand that.
What don't you understand about that, sir?
I don't understand why is a reference being made to the capableness of my attorneys. Now, I agree that they have worked tirelessly on a lot of the things in this case. And I credit them with that. I'm appreciative of that. But it also should be said that there's a lot of things that I did not understand about the proceedings in a lot of the court cases. There were things that I didn't understand why there wasn't certain motions filed. There were a lot of things that I did not understand the totality of the meaning behind. And that is what kind of led to a lot of issues, but these were issues that were being raised for a number of months. This was not just something that sprung up out of the blue. And I feel that as my attorneys, that it would be essentially their job to make me aware of things that I do not understand. So that's where a lot of the questions come into question as you.
So
it's-
let me follow that up, sir. If I allow them to withdraw, you lose their legal experience, their specialized training, right? Their education, their work as attorneys. Do you understand that?
No, I did not understand.
So if you are allowed to represent yourself in this case, sir, you will not have attorneys assisting you. If I let them withdraw, they're gone from this case. Do you understand that?
I think I will probably be better served representing.
Well, now the film here locks up, so hold on a second. Right when we get to the good stuff. Oh. Okay. Hold on 1 second here. We'll remove that. Let me see, can I see if I can get this pulled
During
up
the
and
day, just to go over what I would call some schedule.
I want to try to get to this last part of it. So maybe it'll come up if I just put that right there. But let's cover some things. We're gonna have a second a part 2 of this video. But for now, it doesn't look like it's gonna come back up there. So anyway, let's do a little bit of what is a sovereign citizen. Because some people, they just they don't know. A sovereign citizen is a catch-all phrase referring to a variety of anti-government individuals. And the only time it really comes up and is in court or anything that has to do with the laws in the country. Um, it's a variety of anti-government individuals and groups who share some common beliefs and behaviors. The same view may be embraced by the freemen of the land, Sons of Liberty, the Aryan Nation. You may even consider the Black Panthers. So many sovereign citizens may not affiliate with any of those groups, or they may. It's not a one or all. In another way, or another, though, all sovereign citizens, whether they're tied to an organization or not, they adhere to a view that the existing American governmental structure, including the courts, law enforcement, is illegitimate, and that they, the sovereign citizens, retain an individual common law identity, exempting them from the authority of those fraudulent government institutions. So, sovereign citizens may issue their own driver's license and vehicle tags, create and file their own liens against government officials who cross them, question judges about their validity of oaths, challenge the traffic laws and in extreme cases, resort to violence to protect their imagined rights. I personally, I see the point of sovereign citizens. I don't think they're cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. They just have their own uniform code of justice, I guess. But we're going to cover all this with the sovereign nations. Wait, I'm trying to pull something else up. I'm sorry, I'm looking to see the difference of what Darrell said. He say per. So that's a long tag it. Okay. So I think both of these are just gonna have to come in the one tomorrow that we're doing, because I don't want to split it up. Because if I split it up, then it's not gonna be coherent. It'll be lost on you.
We're in Placerville, California.
Let me give a little example right here on this video of other people who have used sovereign citizen.
You have a black screen that says stream unavailable. Not your fault. Do not touch anything. You just have to wait for it to come back. It's because you played a video that you got copyrighted for. Give me a second. I'll tell you if you're back. Hold on. You got copyrighted on that video you just played. Wherever you got it from, Court TV or...
I just went and picked something.
Mute yourself.
Okay, I'm back, ladies and gentlemen. I got slapped on the wrist with a copyright. So I'll be fixing my live. I guess they didn't want me to show those other versions of sovereign citizen. But on my next live, we're going to cover really what sovereign citizen is and the points of it and everything. My whole point of showing the video that I just got knocked my lights out for was to show you that everywhere all over the United States that there's sovereign citizens everywhere. So he's not just playing around, but at the same time, I would have to say, how come you weren't a sovereign citizen in the first place? So, with that said, good night, ladies and gentlemen, and I hope to see you in here soon or next time. Be safe and have a great night.